In the previous videos in this series, you met Dana, a Bethel student working on her business paper. Dana's professor mentioned in class that she will need to make sure she gives proper credit to any sources she uses in her paper in order to avoid being guilty of academic dishonesty. She wants to make sure she doesn't end up in that situation, but isn't completely sure she knows what giving proper credit looks like. The kind of academic dishonesty Dana is trying to avoid is called plagiarism. Plagiarism is defined in Bethel's student handbook as using ideas, data, or language of another without specific and proper acknowledgement, and it includes things like failing to cite a reference or use quotation marks where appropriate. It's the easiest form of academic dishonesty to commit, so easy that students sometimes don't even know they're doing it. Dana needs to be sure that every time she uses phrasing or ideas she finds in other sources like books or articles or websites, she always acknowledges the original source. If she didn't write it or come up with it herself, she needs to give proper credit and say where she got it. Giving proper credit involves two steps. First, Dana needs to provide a note within her paper at the point where she uses her sources. This is called an in-text citation. The specific format and punctuation needed for an in-text citation will depend on the citation style her professor wants her to use, but whether it's APA or Chicago or whatever style, all of them have some way of making sure the reader knows when Dana is including material from another author, usually by including the author's name and the page number the quote or idea came from in the original source. In addition to using in-text citations, Dana needs to list all the sources that she used on a reference page or bibliography at the end of her paper. Once again, the correct format and punctuation for doing this depends on which style her professor has told her to use. Why is all of this so important? Well, the section of the Bethel Student Handbook that deals with academic dishonesty states that if Dana doesn't paraphrase well and correctly cite her sources, she could end up failing the assignment or the course, or in some situations she could even be dismissed from the university for certain kinds of plagiarism. Dana is nervous about this because she wants to give proper credit to the sources that she used, but she struggles with her paraphrasing and citing skills. To help with this, Dana could make use of some of the great tools that exist exactly for this purpose. If she wants to just learn some basics or check her citations against some examples, the online writing lab at Purdue University, often referred to as Purdue OWL, has been one of the best sources for citation help for decades. It provides assistance with quoting, paraphrasing, summarizing, and features quick guides with example citations from all the major citation styles. Universities all over the world refer to this resource, and many professors direct their students to it. If Dana needs more one-on-one help with properly incorporating or documenting her sources, an appointment with Bethel's own Writing Center could be very beneficial to her. And finally, the Bethel Library provides Dana with access to RefWorks, a citation management tool that Dana can use to organize her sources and use them to generate a bibliography in the style of her choosing. Get in touch with a research librarian if you have any questions about any of these tools, or with questions about how to ethically use the information you find.